I'm incorrigible because I kept on trying to explain to her, I didn't lie. Don't brand me a lie when I didn't lie. But she didn't believe me, she threw me to Christ's heart. It broke my heart. From that time onwards, I was never close to my mother. I cried for days and years. Why everybody had a nice mother but not me? Okay? But I learned from it. Am I still sad? Yes. You can probably sense that I'm sad. But I learned from it. I let go. When I still see my mom, I still disturb her. I don't want to let her know that I remember. Watch out. Okay? Next time you grow old, then you know, I tell you. Okay? Okay? I didn't want to do that. Okay, but I want to let you know, I remember. But I let it go. I have no more anger. I just have sadness. But I'm also trying. I'm meditating to even let go of the sadness. From anger to sadness. You see? Even I faced it. From anger to sadness. Now I'm bringing it to the middle. To be maintained. To become neutral. Now when we say samsara, we always blame somebody else. Now, are you people's samsaric problem? Is the next question you have to ask yourself. Are you a pain in the ass for somebody else? Okay? Are you creating problems for people? Are you making life difficult for other people? Are you, okay, not helping other people to grow spiritually? This is something that is important for you to realize. Most of us are in fact guilty of that. Okay? Because of our own ego. We are usually living our lives being very challenged, facing very challenged situations. Challenged in what? Egos. Okay? You try to remember 2 trees from now on. Number 1, be like a willow tree. Firmly rooted in the ground, but swaying when the wind blows. Okay? You can sway, Tai Chi, okay? But your values and your values and your personality and your mind and heart is deeply rooted. You will not be blocked off. You can sway with the wind, but you are firmly rooted. Means you are able to help all other beings as according to their different dispositions, but with your rooted knowledge and experience. This is what you should be. The next plant that I would like you to become is to become a rice plant. Okay? Don't be a wheat plant. Wheat grow, okay, there's a very, very hard stem. Okay? And it ripens, they just harvest. Rice, when it ripens, it bends. Be humble. Most of us quarrel and fight because our views are not heard. Okay? So we always have that. You have not listened to me. I haven't finished saying what I want to say, no? Correct or not? And then what happens? Boom. Everybody wants to be heard, and everybody got something to say, and everybody wants everybody to do things according to their way. How? How? Isn't it? Then siao lah. Correct or not? I have to speak in Singlish. This is Singapore. In Singapore, I must talk like you, then you understand what I'm talking about. Okay? If not, afterward, you go and blame some orange Jew, then... Yeah, I grew up, with a man selling orange Jew. I wondered what orange Jew was. Yeah, I remember my grandfather asked me to go to the coffee shop and buy non-neck water. And I grew up in Orchard Road. My family stays in Orchard Road. Okay, Oxley Road. When I went to stay in my grandmother's house, what's non-neck water? And I went to the coffee shop, non-neck water. Okay, and the uncle understood. You know what it was? Tonic water. Okay, tonic water and Oling Zoo. Okay, so now you must remember. You learn some English words. Okay, remember them deep in your heart. Okay, so don't be the cause of samsara for yourself and others. If you are a cause of samsara for others, you will get the samsaric repercussion upon yourself. Okay, most of us, because our eyes see outside, isn't it? Our eyes look out, our eyes don't look in, we don't have an extra plug there. And I can look inside, only looking at the mirror. Okay, so don't be a cause of samsara for others. Right? Number 2, you know how is it like growing up the way you grew up. You all also know that you probably have become somewhat like your parents. Like if your parents love to shout, you shout like a bird too. Isn't it? Maybe not like the up to the degree of your parents. But as you grow older and all your wings and your feathers get stronger, you will start shouting like them. Isn't it? Right? Do you all do that? Yeah. You don't shout, is it? You don't shout. You don't shout and scream, you don't go crazy, go. Okay? Yeah, I do that. I shout and scream. I've got a few hundred children that have died. Okay? Everybody comes and says, Sifu, Sifu. Like, baby penguins. Oh, God. Okay? They come to see me only when they need me. They don't come and see me when they've got, they don't come and rejoice with me. Oh, Lama, whatever, I've got money, is it good? My life is always a good problem. I sit there and they come and tell me, I got a problem, can you help me? A whole day. Why I get tired at the end of the day? All the time you sit there, you listen to people's problems. And worst thing is, they come and they are not here to listen to your advice. They just want to take up your time, you are sitting there and they are talking and you are listening. And whatever they say, and whenever you say something, they start to become defensive. They say, no. Then they don't realize that they talk one big round again. And the more advice you give, the bigger round they get. So in the end, I just shut up. And what I do? You're on candid camera. Right? Just smile. I just smile. Okay, you feel better? When you finish talking, what would you like me to do? That's what I do. I ask you, what would you want me to do for you? Or now, I just go straight. You sit down, what would you like me to do for you? That's so that we both know what to do. You see? Just like we go and see a doctor, the doctor says, what's wrong with you? You need an MC? You need how many days MC you need? Okay. Isn't it? Come on, you're all guilty of that, I know. Right, it's nice to take MC, isn't it? Then go home and pretend you're sick. Samsara. And go back down the bed. Yeah. Okay? So don't become like your parents. At least if you have children, most important of all, don't become like your parents. How your parents treated you to your child, your spouse, and to your loved ones. We usually like to bully those whom we love, those who we feel that we have dominated them, especially the men, very guilty of that. Especially the men. But women also, I have to be fair. As long as we are people, humans, once it's like that, isn't it? When you go to work in a new environment, you are very good angel, isn't it? Then once you get to know people and this and that, the ins and outs of the place, you start to, we are all great farmers. You know what we farm? Horns. Okay? Isn't it? You become the devil. You know what to do. Right? When it's time to be the devil, you cut off the top, so it becomes horns. When it's time to be the angel, you let the horns grow till they join up and become the angel. Okay, isn't it? So we are like that. What I'm only requesting you to do is to do something for yourself. What is it that you want to do for yourself? Be happy. Do not let the past haunt you, and don't haunt others with your presence. Okay? We can be very haunting, you know. Like for me, when I walk into the house, my dogs see me, the tails drop, and they retreat and hide. Okay? Until I say, come, then they come, you know. If not, the dogs all hide. And the dogs in the temple, when they see me, the tails drop. Okay? Why? Because I haunt them. How I discipline the dogs is very scary for the dog. There's just a lot of using a lot hyped up energy against the dog. So after that, the dog will become subdued. You know, when you're a child, are you afraid of the discipline master? Actually, what did the discipline master do to you? Nothing. We are just afraid. We are just being programmed to be afraid of the discipline master. Neuro-linguistic programming. Program you. Okay? So like now, I'm programming you. I'm reprogramming you. After today's talk, I reprogram you a little bit, but you have to go back and really reprogram yourselves. You understand? Right? How you reprogram yourselves? You do it at your own time, own target. Only you can do it for yourself. Right? And when we also talk about childhood issues, not everyone here would be facing the situation where they grew up in financially challenged background. How many of you grew up in financially challenged background? Very difficult to even have food. Okay? Some, not all. For those of you who grew up in financially challenged background, do not overcompensate for your own life and for your child. People who grew up in financially challenged background, I have seen a lot with my own eyes. One great example is Uncle Pang. When they were young, probably not enough food to eat. When they grew up, they eat jiapo siu. Okay? Let me translate that. Eat in revenge. Eat with a vengeance. Okay? Yeah. Right. And then you become, you know, Uncle Pang and me have similar traits. We've known each other for so many years. For the past 10 years, we said we are trying to lose weight. After 10 years, we're still trying to lose weight. Yeah, Chinese say, you know, 我们越减越肥. 减肥越减越肥. Okay? So, challenges that a child faces today. So how not to treat your children, or how to treat your children, I am not in a position to say that. But I want to bring up to you that why children are behaving weirdly today is because they probably didn't grow up the way we did. I don't know about you. When I was young, I stole, you know what's a sapolini? The kind of broom that the road sweeper uses, you know, the kind with the coconut, there's a coconut, what do you call that, stem? Not the husk, right? The coconut tree, the leaves in like the middle. Okay, when I was young, I stole that from the road sweeper. Get the fuel, okay, get glue. The glue was from the rice pot. Just take some cooked rice, take some water, mashed it up. Okay, and I don't know whether you still see it today. You know, the toilet paper wrapper, Sailing Boat brand. And we made kites. Yeah, so we use rice as the glue. Yeah, I made my own toys. My grandfather used to smoke consulate and dunhill, the metal tin ones, Yeah, then we talk to the neighbors, put one string there, what are you doing now? Okay, so but these days, children think much faster. Okay, they have this not Game and Watch, is it? Game Boy. Yeah, they have Game Boy, and they they have much more stress. They go to school much earlier than us. 3, they start going to school at 3 years old. Right? Isn't it? 3 years old, 2 years old in fact, for some, 2 years old. Preschool and stuff like that. 2 years old. Okay? And there's one preschool teacher down here. Makes 3 years old children sweep and mop the floor. Okay? Yeah. Force feed them. Open your mouth! Yeah, very guilty. See this teacher, fat teacher in the middle, dressing okay? Yeah. So children are already developing at a very young age. At an age where, yes, even though they develop, where they are supposed to be developing social skills and motor skills at their own time, they are forced to be in a position where they start developing even faster. Last time we used to develop it in our own time, own target. 2, 3 years old, where were we? In your own house playing. Isn't it? Right? Now, 2, 3 years old, they are together in the school with 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 2, 3, 4 years old children. Okay? And they are put in a position where they still miss their mother,